The cold email that changed the internet forever. In 2010, two teenagers from a small Irish village set out to rewrite the rules of Silicon Valley. Their names were Patrick and John Collison, and their story began with frustration with an online payments system that felt stuck in the past. At just 16 and 19, the Collison brothers weren't playing video games like most kids their age. They were coding out of their parents' house, building tools for eBay sellers. Their first startup, Automatic, sold for $5 million, earning them a taste of Silicon Valley success. But they weren't done. A far bigger challenge loomed on the horizon: the world of online payments. At the time, PayPal was king. But as Patrick Collison tried to integrate its system into his own projects, he realized just how broken it was. The process was clunky, slow, and despised by developers everywhere. It felt like the internet's payments infrastructure hadn't evolved in 20 years. And so, on a walk home from a Y Combinator event in 2010, the brothers had a bold idea. What if accepting payments online could be as simple as writing a few lines of code? It sounded impossible. PayPal had dominated for 2 decades. But Patrick and John weren't most people. They had already proven they could build something valuable, and they believed in solving problems they understood deeply. Their next step? A single cold email that would change their lives and the future of fintech. The email that almost got ignored. Patrick's email to Paul Graham, co-founder of Y Combinator, was breathtakingly simple. "We are two Irish kids who want to fix online payments. No fancy intros. No slides or pitch decks. No Silicon Valley connections." It was raw, ambitious, and straight to the point. Paul Graham could have ignored it. He could have hit delete, like so many others do with cold emails. But he didn't. He saw something special in the Collison brothers, something most people overlooked. These weren't founders pitching an idea they'd read about. They were developers solving their own problem, with the technical expertise and drive to pull it off. And so, Paul gave them a piece of advice that would become their superpower. Don't just demo the product. Set it up for customers. Show them the magic in person. The Collison installation growth hack. Armed with this advice, the Collisons didn't waste time on mass marketing or flashy ads. Instead, they went directly to developers, the people who felt the pain of payments integration the most. The brothers would literally sit with these developers, laptops open, and show them how simple Stripe was to use. A process that once took weeks could now be done in minutes. This hands-on approach became known as the Collison installation. It wasn't scalable, but it didn't need to be. It built a small, loyal army of developer evangelists who couldn't stop talking about Stripe. And then, like a ripple effect, Stripe spread. Startups adopted it. VCs lined up to invest. Even Elon Musk, co-founder of PayPal, saw the writing on the wall and joined in. From cold email to $95 billion empire. In 2014, just 4 years after that cold email, Stripe was valued at $1.75 billion. Today, it's worth over $95 billion and processes more online payments than the entire European banking system. But the craziest part? We are still in the early days. Only 12% of global commerce happens online, and Stripe is positioning itself to power the remaining 88%. This isn't just a story of two kids challenging PayPal's monopoly. It's the story of rebuilding the internet's financial infrastructure from the ground up. The real lesson behind Stripe's success. It wasn't just about the product. It wasn't just about timing or luck. It wasn't even about disrupting an old industry. Stripe succeeded because Patrick and John dared to act. They sent a single, perfectly timed cold email that unlocked a billion-dollar opportunity. The lesson? You don't need a perfect introduction. You don't need endless resources. You just need the courage to reach out and the determination to follow through.